Welcome back to another episode of my trading vlog, where most of the views come from returning subscribers. If that's you, give yourself a thumbs up. If not, consider subscribing. I've got a lot to go over, so we're just gonna get through this as fast as I can on SPY, on the minute time frame, starting here, and then we'll hit GameStop, AMC, PLBY. That's all I have time for. I want to go through SLV and GLD and Tesla and NVIDIA. Maybe I will really quick at the very end, but right now we're just gonna hit SPY on the minute time frame. I was talking about this LA wave count and how we made a higher high than expected. It couldn't be a wave 5, couldn't be peaking out through here. I said we need another pull up to finish that motive wave count, and that really could be at 442. This might be an A, B, and C flat correction, or we just peaked out and now we're starting to head lower. I like this count. It doesn't necessarily look that good, and that's because I have after hours turned on. If I turn off extended hour trading, then this motive wave looks a lot better, right? 3, 5, and then A, B, and C. Looks a lot better with the extended hours off. When you turn on the extended hours, you add a lot of time in which there's not a lot of movement, and just that kind of characteristically looks like correction. I'm going to draw a channel really quickly. We've lost that channel, and that's why I think we're in this A, B, C correction. Targeting 438 on the downside if we get below 439. That might only be, what, a dollar move? That's not very big. The last support resistance at 435.71. We'll see where we go from here. We could be moving through for a bigger topping pattern. This could be the top of the market. It really could. We'll see though, because again, you don't get bearish signals until some time has passed. Once we get below, probably, let me go to the daily time frame really quickly and open up a candles chart. This is where a candlestick chart comes in handy. Until we get below, wow, 416. This is still a good bearish reversal level. I'm committed to that, 416. If we get below 416, we're taking out the high from what would be an initial impulse in a motive wave heading higher, and then we'd have to revise all accounts to show that motive is still heading down. Having a drop today, the RSI followed suit on high volume. MACD is really high. We could be seeing a swing there. Implied volatility dropping. When you see price rise and the implied volatility is negatively correlated, that typically shows correction over the longer trend. This longer trend is corrective. It really is, I believe, and that's why we have an ABC target, 1, 2, 3, coming to 435, 454 on extension, topping out above 435 makes sense to me. Moving on from SPY, going into GameStop, I've been covering a flag from the news events. Of course, the news event would be just Cohen buying shares, which isn't really news if you ask me, but it's the attention that really brings the volume into the meme stocks that causes them to move. If we're going to head lower from here, then 2233 is the first target. There's a little pennant forming here. Getting that downward breakout is an appropriate time to make that price target. If we can get above the top of this flagpole, though, then we'll be looking at a much more bullish scenario, targeting 31.94. Not there yet. We do see that price is slowing down and starting to break out of this channel listlessly to the side. I'm going to need some commitment there. I'm going to need to see a little bit more volume, and my charts look different because I turned off extended hours on SPY. So now I got to move everything around again. Whatever. Moving on from here, GameStop, we need a downward breakout below 24.47 for the downside, or above 27.55 to the upside. Yeah, that's a big range. That's how it goes. AMC is testing 468 again, having come below that $5 bearish reversal level. If we get below 468, targeting 432 and then 402, and this is really where I think we're going to be seeing that happen. Turning on the hourly time frame, you're going to see a little more analysis here. This is just a weird pattern, right? Maybe what we should do is we should start connecting highs and lows through here and say we could be pushing into this. I'm going to leave that there. This looks really good, especially since that 100% level tags 432. And at the very extent, we could probably see a push, yeah, to 381. This could be a big falling wedge, and then we get some sort of bullish movement after that. Very possible. That's way off in the future, though. Implied volatility is starting to tick up as price is pushing down, which is never a good thing. That probably means that motive is down, meaning that we're going to make progress to the downside. Volume today was pretty high above the 30-period average, and the RSI has turned down after rejecting at 54. Again, not very bullish for AMC. Definitely more bearish or more bullish for GameStop than AMC. Let's go take a look at NVIDIA really quickly. There's a earnings flag that I'm following. I want to say that we've had an upward breakout. We're targeting 473 or 477. Volume is still pretty high on the day. I've got some hypothetical drawings here of the RSI where we've had a bearish divergence form now in the daily time frame, so the RSI isn't peaking as high, but the price is setting new peaks, new highs. What we could see is a break of that bearish divergence to signal that high, and then we start coming down, and that would give us a good opportunity to hit 473. And of course, the price is going to be leading that movement in the RSI. The RSI does not lead the price. The price moves the RSI, and the price can do whatever it wants. Momentum indicators won't work in big dramatic moves. They will move less and less, and SPY is a good example of that right now. Let's go ahead and look at Tesla. I think this is a great example of where the RSI starts to slow down against progress. You can see that some of the biggest moves in the price occur through a very small range in the RSI towards the extremes. This is really coming to an end, I believe, in Tesla. A lot of volume today. This just looks sloppy. Let me clean this up for you. First of all, let's turn on the candle chart. Auto arrange here. We'll blow this up and pull it down. Coming to 267.02 would be the 100% correction target for wave C. I have it at the minute degree currently. Implied volatility is starting to flex down. We're probably going to start to see that corrective downtrend start, and the implied volatility will come with it. MACD has been just swooping higher, starting to see that histogram fall. This is telling us that, hey, we're slowing down. That's true. We almost every single day for like a long time we've seen higher highs, but in the last 4 trading sessions we're kind of range bound, and that is going to probably, this is the range through here. We're going to see some consolidation at least before we go up. We're going to have to grind through here a little bit. Going to have to, well, we don't have to do anything, but that's typically what we would commonly look for. Let's move on to PLBY. I'm very excited about PLBY. I think we're putting in a broadening bottom, which I have shown here. This is just my drawing board, and there's another pennant, and I think this is actually a great way to provide this analysis. I've got a lot, and I'll go through those charts really quickly, but this is basically where I'm at is, hey, we've broken above this pennant in an ABC correction, pushing higher. We're looking for 212 on the extension. We're looking for 239. This is very possibly a high volume top with a topping wick, and you see this is a big surge in the volume as well. MACD, though, is still swooping higher. It is, and that long period average is starting to come up. Very possible. It's very possible that from here we see a massive rally. It just depends. I'm waiting for a very specific news event for Cohen, for the CEO of PLBY to announce that Honey Birdette and Lovers are being sold, in which case the losses incurred from those companies will be removed from the balance sheet, and that would push PLBY into a positive cash flow situation, and then we'd have to revise their guidance and the news. I think all of those things together would give us a nice push higher, and on a fundamental level too. I think fundamentally PLBY is going to start making more money, and I really, really, really like the stock. So, hey, here I go. This is my new thing, is PLBY. I've been following it for a long time. Started entering a while ago, around 168. So I'm holding green on my shares. I have calls, but those are currently red. And that's because I bought them too early, like I always do. Turning on a line chart, moving into the hourly time frame, I want to move into my intraday charting. This is a little nitty-gritty, kind of what I'm looking at. That pennant again, you can see how it's formed here through the trading week. We had a bullish breakout above 171. We finally came up and tagged this 187 target from this initial impulse. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. You can see how there was a bearish divergence here in the RSI, and we haven't broken it yet. So I'm still waiting for that big push up to signal that new high. And on this time frame, you can see the MACD has gone red just because of that last sell bar at the very end of the day. Very interesting to see that before the long weekend. Not coming down though below 171. I'm bullish until we break 171. I really am. This is just a throwback, very common. There's like a 65% chance of this happening. Purple-Kowski chart pattern analysis. Holy cow, what is that? And after hours, we've had just the biggest drop. And I have not looked at this, seen this today. What time was that? 1:14. What, is there some news event I missed? No. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's curious. Of course, when you look at the volume, look at this big green candle here. Looking at 541,000 volume, and then you have this red candle for like 1,677. Not a whole lot of volume. I'm wondering what drove that. That is insane. And we'll see what that does for the price on Tuesday when markets open, because for once in my life I remember a holiday. RSI coming down to 11 on the minute time frame. Wow. After hours doing me dirty, but still above 171, so I'm not bad. Not yet. Nope. Anyway, that's what I have for today. Enjoy the long weekend.